The 82nd annual rodeo actually began today in Springdale. This morning, to help get it going, many lined Emma for the morning parade. This video was taken by our 5 News This Morning crew as they went along the route to enjoy the parade, writing and taking video from the 5 News Storm Chaser. And for 82 years, the rodeo has been a part of Springdale, but for one family, it's much more than that. 5 News reporter Taylor Howard introduces us to the family helping carry on the legacy that began it all.
My grandfather, Shorty Parsons, and a couple others started this rodeo in 1944. Of course, the war was on. They figured they needed something for the people that were still here. So, all right, come on.
For Dwayne Parsons, the Rodeo of Ozarks has always been home. More than 80 years later, Dwayne, his 8 children, and now his grandchildren are helping carry on the family tradition.
My dad roped calves, had another aunt that queened, and so it's just been a family thing forever, and we're trying to carry it on.
But before any of that, he was just a kid growing up here.
We didn't have much free time. We was out here when I was a little kid. That granddad helped me out here. We'd be picking up rocks, and we'd be just doing whatever needed to be done. We didn't get to go to the lake on the 4th of July. We rodeoed 4th of July. We were working. So.
Now those same memories are being made by his children.
It means something pretty special. You know, I get to be around my mom, my dad, all my brothers and sisters. We all out here helping, just kind of pretty special, you know.
Edison grew up here too. For him, it's all he's ever known.
Helped my life so many ways. Just memories and good times, tradition. Family, friends, pretty good time. Wish everybody could have it.
Ask either of them why this place means so much, and the answer is the same.
It's still rodeo, it's still family, it's still tradition. If you don't have some kind of tradition to hold on to, then you're going to drift pretty bad.
Dwayne says he hopes one day his grandchildren and maybe even their children will still be here, carrying on the legacy his grandfather started.
Maybe we'll have a great grandkid on the board. You know, I don't know, 20 or 30 years from now, we'll see. When I'm 90 years old, I'd love to come out here in my wheelchair and sit on the side and watch them working and rodeoing.
If history is any indication, he may get his wish.
Carry it on as long as it can.
Keep it in the family forever.
That's right, it won't die with me.
In Springdale, covering news where you live, Taylor Howard, 5 News.
Such a wonderful family. Now, the rodeo starts back up again tomorrow night at 7:30. Gates will open up at 6, and you can find all the information you need by texting the word rodeo to 785-5000. We will send you back a link to an article that has all that information. Arkansas Senator John Bozeman has unveiled a new farm bill proposal to replace the legislation that expired nearly 3 years ago. The more than 900-page proposal would reauthorize farm programs through 2031. It includes changes to crop insurance, disaster assistance, conservation programs, and rural development funding. The senator says the measure comes as farmers continue facing very high costs and low commodity prices.
Hardworking farmers and ranchers are struggling to break even, let alone profit, in this current economic climate. High inflation, steep input costs, and low market prices have put many farm families on a course towards bankruptcy.
A final farm bill will require bipartisan support in the Senate, where it must get at least 60 votes to advance to the House. New tonight at 10, after many reports of noise complaints in the city, Bentonville is now talking about changing its noise regulations. City Council first talked about this in February. Last night, they were presented with multiple options on how to amend noise regulations. A lot of the focus was on requiring construction crews and music venues to shut down at certain times. Council also talked about getting rid of decibel level rules and making standards more simple. No action was taken, but they are expected to bring it back up to a full council vote. Meanwhile, Bentonville Public Schools has approved an expansion plan for Bentonville West High School. The district says the campus needs more space to keep up with growth. The board approved a project that would create more space for the fine arts and athletics program. It would add more storage space for band students, sports programs, alongside a brand new weight room and training room. Project coming in with a nearly $11 million price tag.
There comes a point at which you can't add more football players. You can't make your band bigger. At some point, it has to reach capacity on that. And we've taken care of the academic space with some of the Bentonville Healthcare campus.
The athletic field house will also get a new film room and equipment room. A new statewide effort is looking to keep more physicians in Arkansas after graduating medical school. 5 News reporter Jada Daniels spoke with local leaders at the Heartland Health Institute in Bentonville about how this program could extend access to care all across the state.
For those living in rural areas, finding a physician can be difficult or almost impossible. But now Heartland Whole Health Institute is working to change that by extending residency opportunities and helping more doctors stay here in Arkansas. New report from the Heartland Whole Health Institute shows that a third of people who call the natural state home live in a healthcare shortage area, with some driving as far as 50 miles for healthcare. And the state ranks near the bottom nationally in several health outcomes like maternal health and premature preventable deaths.
Arkansas consistently ranks at the bottom for obesity, diabetes, and hypertension. We need physicians to help support Arkansans in managing those chronic conditions. We at the Alice Walton School of Medicine are creating a platform and a pathway, a pipeline to graduate additional physicians, but we need to retain those physicians across the state.
Leaders here at the Institute say they hope by expanding programs like this, it'll create more access to health care in communities that need it most. In Bentonville, covering news where you live, Jada Daniels, 5 News.